Did you want to go to boarding school?
I don't really think I thought about it. I hated Timbertop. I went to Timbertop because it's in Cass for 2 years. All-girls school wasn't really for me. I think I'm just like, I didn't really care. And we became friends with the guys in the year above us at Melbourne Grammar.
Yeah. Is Timbertop Geelong?
My parents don't know this, but like we were tagging and shit like that.
Really? Tagging.
We go down like Lovers Lane on off Chapel Street and tag. We meet at Jam Factory on Friday after school.
I think everyone went through their tagging phase.
And then they all got arrested, the boys.
Really?
Yeah,
How old were you then?
I was like year 7 or 8 or something.
Okay.
But then, Timbertop, I didn't like Timbertop. I actually got bullied at Timbertop. So I put a lot out of that my mind. I found we had to keep a journal at Timbertop and you're supposed to write in it. I found it recently. I read a few pages and I threw it out. I was like, I just felt bad.
Yeah. Why?
Because it was just like sad. It was, me being sad, feeling alone, like people talking to me, not talking to me, people ostracizing me just because I grew really quickly, 6'2" by the time I was 11. So all my muscles and bones and stuff like that, nothing had really caught up. So I couldn't run like everyone else. And running was such a big part of Timbertop. I was always walking or I just had to sit out of it because my muscles like literally couldn't cope with my bone growth, which is such a weird fucking thing.
No, I've heard that before.
There's a word for it. When 13, 14-year-old kids, like they can be mean and they can gang up. And I think everyone just then was like, oh, you're just a weak person pretty much. We don't talk to you. Like I was like the nuisance, no one ever wanted me in their hiking group and stuff like that. It was kind of like, oh, if they had Elle in their hiking group, they were going to be last and all that sort of stuff. So I hated it. And then I stuck my phone in when my grandma died to text back home because I was feeling sad about that. A lot of the other girls in my unit used the phone and one of those girls who used my phone used it to text her dad who worked at Geelong Grammar High School campus that I had a phone. And so he would reported it back and I got suspended. And I was like, fuck you.
Doesn't make sense.
So that was like, it was all of that sort of stuff, just like feeling like everyone hated me. I just felt sad reading it.
Do you want to put the mic closer to you, by the way? So you can sit back?
Yeah.
I think that was sort of a start there. We sort of got straight into it.
Are you recording already?
Yeah, it's recording.
Oh, I didn't even realise.
Yeah, no, it's recording. I was like, that's why I pulled the mic in. I was like, it's sort of like really good stuff.
No, but yeah, that was like, there you go. That was my year 9.
Yeah.
And as much as everyone loves the experience of Timbertop, I just didn't experience that. Like, yeah, I developed friends and it's a cool experience to do because it's, I can't imagine how kids would do it now, being 31, when I was 13, 14 in Timbertop, we just had phones, but it was like a Nokia 3220 or something like that. You can just text and it's all black and white. You weren't allowed iPods because iPod TVs had just come out. Remember when you could get like the shuffle with the screen on it? I had one that had Harry Potter playing on it. And then, no makeup and stuff, but we weren't doing that. So I don't know how girls do it these days or boys.
Were you, the fact you were getting injured and did you see yourself as different or what was it?
No, I don't. I think I saw myself as different. Like I felt silly, sort of like what's wrong with me a little bit.
Yeah.
But then also I remember at the end of the year of the Timbertop experience, you do a 28K run. And the whole idea is that throughout the year you're building up to be able to do that distance. And I remember I hadn't run for about 3 months because like I'd run and my knees would fucking blow up like football. So it was just like stupid. And I just said to the nurse, I was like, I'm going to do this because everyone's actually making fun of me not running. And they were advised me not to. Can you imagine just being like, oh, I'm going to go run more than a half marathon today? Like that was sort of my mindset. I could have walked fucking faster. I jogged. I came dead last. It took me like 5 hours. I was genuinely shuffling and just like that. No one said anything to me. No one was like, well done. I don't think they did. I've blocked it out of my mind. I think I blocked a lot of that whole year out of my mind. But I did it because I was like, I'm not going to let anyone hold this against me.
You're glad that year happened?
Yep. I'm glad it happened. Glad it's over. Wouldn't go back.
Why are you glad?
Huh?
Why are you glad?
Why am I glad that it happened? Because it probably made me a more resilient person. That stuff always does. It's like when we were talking earlier, you know, you say you want to be in an uncomfortable position to push yourself. It's what we do at the gym as well. We put ourselves into uncomfortable positions to make ourselves better. You know, you quit your job to be uncomfortable to start this and take what you want to do further. Essentially, you had to do the same the last 12 months. You know, I've had so many opportunities to go back to full-time work, but that's just going to halter everything else, you know, that I want to do. So I'm uncomfortable all the time, you know, never knowing when cash flow is coming in, planning too much as well all the time, making myself uncomfortable and putting that stress there so I'll actually perform better in whatever I'm doing. So that's what I'm glad for. There's like silver lining.
Is there another memory or thing you go back to often through that year? I spoke to your mum this morning and I don't want to say anything I shouldn't, but she mentioned that there was like an experience with the rowing where you got left somewhere by the coach.
Yeah, so I forgot about that.
That sort of stuff is just like, I can understand why it builds a level of like, I'm going to do this no matter what people think. And what you just said before about the running, like it sounds like there was a combination of things that happened.
I don't take no easily.
Yeah.
It's funny, I caught up with Jules Lund yesterday and we were talking about that and he's like, you really don't take no for an answer? I'm like, no.
Yeah, she said that, your way or the highway. That's what she said.
Yeah,
Your
my
mum.
parents, they love that about me.
She didn't say that.
Yeah, the rowing part was interesting. I loved my rowing and I was never in the first and I kind of found that annoying. I was like, I feel like I'm strong enough, but I wasn't fit enough. I wasn't getting the times, which was fine. So I was happy in the seconds. And because I grew so quickly, I probably wasn't doing like enough rehab and all that sort of stuff. So I dislocated my shoulder one day.
Swimming?
No. What was I doing? I think I was trying to learn how to skateboard.
Okay.
You know, classic, stupid. Dislocated my shoulder, couldn't row for the seconds anymore. I was just injured pretty much. And I wanted to come back stronger and I wanted to be in the first. So all throughout year 11, I think it was, I rowed with the boys in winter. Either I was coxing and learning or I was sculling or I was rowing and training with them in the gym. I was just doing anything and everything. I went and sought help from a bunch of other people external to the school to row. I wanted to know everything and I was like, I'm going to make a future out of this, which is actually quite funny because rowers don't make any money in any future. But didn't know that at the time. In hindsight, that was what I was hyper-focused on. Come around to, you know, the selection for the seconds and the first one day and I'd had to miss a race because it was the election for Victorian Premier. So this is 2010. And Dad was opposition leader and he was running to be Premier of Victoria. I had to be with my family and I missed a race and it wasn't anything an important race. It was like head of the Yarra or something like that. You know, no one really cares. It's not the main thing. And the head of rowing said that I couldn't be in the first anymore because I clearly chose my family over rowing. And he told me this whilst we were in the change rooms, like outside, and then he just walked out. And he said, like, you're not in the first, even though I had like deserved, like won my place in there pretty much as well because I've been training like no one else had been. And so I was like, fuck you. So I quit. I quit rowing. I'd put all this effort in and I sort of cracked it. I went to the head of sport of the school and I was like, no, I'm not rowing. And they were like, you have to row. And everyone was trying to make me row. And I was like, I don't want to row anymore. And so they're like, well, if you're not rowing, then you have to swim and you have to join the Lara swim squad. They train 3 times a week from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. at our school pool. And so I had to do all of that just so like, it was all in spite. Like, and it was kind of my first entry into like in my journal from Timber Top, there was a letter from Dad and it said, you may read something in the newspaper about something XYZ that happened. Like, please don't worry. I don't even remember reading that stuff that young. Like I probably even glanced over when I read that letter, Timber Top, and not really understood what it was. I grew up in a position where politicians and men and not charity, like fundraising things were always like a given. Like they were every weekend and stuff. And I remember Mum and Dad being like, oh, can you guys help like hand out food? And, you know, you're just like the sweet innocent kids being like, hi, do you want like, you know, this chicken sandwich? So I never really thought anything of it. I thought that was sort of a normal life. But that when the rowing coach told me no, get out, like pretty much that was my first experience of hang on, like someone's judged me for who my dad was. And he had openly told me in that conversation he didn't like my dad and that he shouldn't have won because he had won that election. And that was why I was also with my family because, huge family moment.
What do you think is the most misunderstood part of your childhood then? Based on what you just said there, like what do you think people need to understand about it that you haven't really portrayed before?
I think it's just interesting because it wasn't a normal childhood. And a lot of people have said to me they feel sorry for me about that, but I don't really feel that way. I'm like, it's just a different experience, but I probably never really thought too much about it, never thought deeply about it.
Why do you think they'd say you felt sorry?
Because like people go, oh, so you didn't have a normal childhood. Like, you're always surrounded by X, Y, Z and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, that doesn't matter to me. Like those things that like my parents gave us everything that they could, but also they've always instilled like work hard as well. I try really hard to not use connections as well and develop my own and form my own to also form my own self as well. And also my own mark on whatever I'm doing that, this is my work. I got here myself. This is my connection. I got here myself as well. So I think a lot of people think that everything's just given to us, but it's not.
I actually didn't mention yesterday, but I sort of wanted it to be a two-way conversation because, you can put that on that side. I was going to lean over and move it.
Sorry.
I'm a bit like
the blue
when things block the main camera, I'm a bit. But I sort of went through that. I don't know if you know my last name's Tobin. Tobin Brothers Funerals.
Yep.
So there was just, not to your degree, but I definitely got the silver spoon, your dad has heaps of money type of thing because my dad ran the business.
Yep.
And
how did you find that growing up? Like, how did kids react to that at school when they found out?
Well, it was like sometimes I'd be in conversation. They're like, "Oh, his family owned Tobin Brothers Funerals," and you're just immediately viewed differently, and you don't know whether it affected me too much at the time. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure it probably did because there's definitely some like silver spoon comments, and whether they're probably a lot of them weren't even said to my face, but it immediately puts you in a position of this guy has had it easy. It's not the case.
Yeah.
You go home and it's just normal. And in fact, it really wasn't the case. If you knew probably can't even talk about it on this conversation, but like dad left the business in 2008 during the GFC. So like you've got all this perception of things going on and it's like it just couldn't be further from the truth.
How weird. 2008, that was when I was at Timbertop.
Really?
Probably both had very weird lives that year.
It was. I found a photo of you. I went back right to the end. And I think this was the first photo you had where you could actually see your face.
Schoolies, New York.
Really?
Yep.
What would you tell her?
What would I tell myself there?
2011, I think it was.
2011, went to Schoolies for New York, which I think everyone was like, you fancy little bitch. Let me clarify on that. It wasn't fancy. There was 6 of us sleeping in a tiny little room together, all taking turns on the floor. One person was in the cupboard. Like, it was cheaper for us to fly to New York and spend a week in New York than get fake IDs and go to Byron because we all weren't 18. And so it worked out better for us. What would I tell her? World's her oyster, that it's about to happen. I was so happy that week. I remember, like, I loved that New York Schoolies week. Like, we just had the most fun. We explored. It sort of made me realise that we can do anything. I mean, New York probably has that effect on a lot of people. There's so much going on. I remember I dabbled in modelling a little bit during school as well. And so someone was trying to set up agency calls for me whilst I was in New York, and none of them came to fruition. Like no one really wanted to meet me. And I remember feeling disappointed at the time, but I'm so glad that I never took that to heart and that nothing ever came from that because I never wanted to model. I think people just assumed that I should because I was tall. And also that person in that photo, I'm glad she eats now.
Oh, she wasn't eating?
No, I was eating, but I definitely over-exercised.
Okay.
And I
You're talking about
definitely...
yourself. I thought you meant someone else.
No. I was very, very self-conscious of my body, and I was very much like controlling of what I eat. And I'm sure everyone goes through phases of that. I probably had an eating disorder, never acknowledged it, never got it officially diagnosed. But I would say, knowing what I know now, that I would have. And
I have a serious issue with food.
Yeah.
I need to address it.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's hard.
It's hard. I remember thinking that there was probably people at school or in my life that said things to me, and I just never registered it. I was just like, I'm fine. But no, I wouldn't have been fine with that.
You mentioned earlier the rowing, you wanted to make something of it. I think that mindset of having the belief that you're going to be the best in that particular field, no matter what it is, it sounds like you've got that. You've got, like, if you enter something and if you find something and you lock in on it, and I've done the same thing. I've tried a lot of things in my life, and all of it sort of led up to what I'm doing now in a way. But I think that naive self-belief that it's all going to work out and you're going to do it to the best of your advantage.
How good's being naive?
Yeah, it's the best. Well, men, yeah.
You don't know what's possible.
Exactly.
Anyone that exits a massive company always says that, like, they'll be like, oh, what are you doing next? Someone will interview them. What are you doing next? And they go, I don't know, because I know too much now. They're like, the reason why my company was successful because I knew nothing. And I always find that so interesting.
Yeah. Chris Williamson says he's made a career being the dumbest person in the room.
Yeah.
I think curiosity's, and that's me. Like, I don't like talking down on myself, but like
Like, did you know how to set up all this like podcast situation beforehand? No. So you just did it.
It's more just like from a childhood, I was like just, viewed as not very smart, I think, from a young age. So it's like built up something.
To try harder and explore it, definitely.
Yeah. You had that as well?
No, I was never the smartest in the room, but I wasn't like not smart. That's not, I don't even think that's how you say that. Like, I studied hard. Like, I remember being in year 12 and I was always in the library studying. I wanted to try my hardest, but my hardest was still never going to get me like a VC score of like 90 or above. It's just not me. And that was sort of fine by me. I sort of always just felt like average. I also didn't really care because I think everyone wanted me to go down the conventional path, go to uni and all that sort of stuff. And I did that for a year. Absolutely hated it. Got bullied at uni by the teachers as well. Like, I had to study politics for one of my subjects, and Dad was primary at the time. And the teacher would come in with anti-Baillieu badges on. If I put up my hand to answer a question, he would shake his head at me.
What does all of this do to you? Like, what do you think it's...
Well, what that did to me, it drove me away from RMIT. And I'm happy to name them because, I reached out to them and I said, hey, this is happening. I had kids also like yell at me, go down campus and stuff like that, which is so weird. I just disappeared. I just went and I was like, fuck this. Disappeared. I just left it.
When I say what it does to you, does it still affect you today, do you think?
No, it doesn't. I think it's made me a better person. But because I've become stronger from it. Yeah. But I'm hyper aware of it. And I try...
Hyper aware of it?
Like, hyper aware of how people might react. Especially because I probably minimize myself a little bit, not putting out what my work was and trying... Because everyone sort of just went, oh, you're Ted Baillieu's daughter.
Did you build a level of... Because I suspect... I look at like famous musicians all the time and I'm like, there's probably a world in which they live in which they wish they weren't a musician and they could just go out like a normal person and just be treated like a normal person. Did it become like I don't even want to tell people my dad or who my dad is? I don't even want to tell people my last name.
Yeah, I got a job, my second last full-time job, I think it was. I actually even considered them not using my last name.
Yeah. When are you getting married?
Huh?
So when are you getting married?
Well, the funny thing is then I've loved being in the media and doing a lot of media stuff and communicating what I love talking about, which is automotive and F1. And someone told me recently, a very, very prominent figure in media, traditional style of media, that I can't be in the media with my last name, that I need to change my last name. And I kind of barked at that. I got a bit pissed off, being like, you know what? No. Like, when I get married, I'm not changing my last name. I'm proud of my heritage. I'm proud of who my family is. But also I've built my life around me. Like, that's my name as well. So I was like, I'm not going to change my name for you guys. If you don't like it, you're not my audience.
It sounds like that was the only option. If there's all these people out there and you're like, I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah.
What does that build in you, I guess?
Curiosity.
Yeah.
Because then you just go, what else is possible? What can I do? And I'm sort of seeing that pay off now. And like I said before, like, I minimized myself. I wasn't even posting online like the work that I was doing, because I didn't want people thinking like if I did something cool that I was just getting it for the silver spoon in my mouth, that I'd actually worked hard to get it. And now I'm sharing all the things that I'm doing and all my work. And it's just leading to one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. And it's actually paying off now to the point that I'm now working with international and national publications that know nothing about my last name. And it's proof to me that it is out there, that it's just a small circle of people that were trying to sort of diminish me and like be like, nah, you can't do that because of your last name.
Is there a story or a memory or anything that stands out as a bad one that we haven't spoken about today that came as a result of the last name?
I probably blocked it out. I reckon the rowing and the uni one were the two biggest ones. They
blocked it out because it's this doesn't really need to be there, you know?
Yeah. I don't know if it was like it's a trauma response. I mean, I'm sure if you deep dive with a bunch of questions and you put me through some like transcendental meditation or something like that, it might come out.
Should we pause it? No, I'm not that good. Yeah.
But I think the two defining, shaping ones for me were definitely like the rowing situation, because that was really upsetting for me at the time. Something I'd worked so hard for, and then found out that I wasn't going to get something because someone didn't like my dad. And then the uni thing. But the uni situation was interesting, even though, you know, I got bullied by university lecturers who should know more, being adults, and I was just 17, 18. I didn't end up really going to uni, and that was the best thing for me.
Were you telling him what was happening?
Dad? I think I mentioned it to him a few times, because a few times, like if it happened at uni, I was, you know, in the city, and his office was in the city. So then I just go to his office and sort of work from there for a little bit. So he knew, and I was upset as well. I think he probably took it on more than I realized.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah.
Because I never really thought about it. I think I just assumed he was too busy or something like that. But I never really resented him for being too busy. Like that was my norm. So I never discussed it too much with him. But I've since found out, like, you know, when that rowing situation happened, he and mum were actually quite upset about that whole situation, and they tried to help rectify it for me on the back end, which I'm glad I didn't know at the time, because maybe I would have been mortally embarrassed. Like, you know, whenever your parents get involved, you're like, oh my God, get out of my life, like especially being that young. But yeah.
What are your memories of him and when you said he was busy and all that sort of stuff? Was it like, and you said that you mentioned it wasn't a typical normal childhood. How did you, how, I'm just trying to think, like, how was did you see him often?
Yeah, I think Dad made the most of trying to see us.
Yeah. Was he, what are your memories? Was he just, because I
Yeah.
always say that if I had someone in my life right now, I think Stephen Bartlett said it in episode 2. I went back to Stephen Bartlett's.
Yeah.
And he said,
the early day episodes are so good.
yeah, he's actually really good.
Yeah.
But he talks about the fact that unless you're going to marry someone, and this is sort of different, but like, I don't want to spend time around the people if they're not going to bring me too much value. There's so much stuff going on. And I imagine for someone like him, I'm just sort of trying to bring it back to something that I sort of understand, because I don't understand what he would have been going through, but I can only assume there was so much stuff going on. So for him to be present perhaps in that moment would have been hard for him.
I imagine it would have been. I think it probably was harder on my mum than us. Maybe we didn't realise as much because we're just like young kids.
Yeah.
I remember a lot of family holidays where it was just us with mum. But I probably didn't think anything of it. But at the time, it probably was just because he couldn't be there. I remember going away for his birthday overseas, and like he was on his phone a lot because he had to be because he was working, and you know, being a politician, God forbid you take a holiday with your family. The fucking media hate it, like, you know. It's kind of unfair. But I think, you know, some of my most cherished memories with Dad, and I've never actually really told him this, so hi Dad, if you're listening, this is it, was when he taught me how to drive. Because, I mean, who did you prefer to learn how to drive with, your mum or your dad?
Definitely not mum.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Mum would be like holding on the edge.
Mum's like fake breaks down and like, she's like, oh shit.
Mum would be in the back, Dad would be in the front. She'd be like, stop.
I know
like,
how that is like every every mum.
Hilarious. I'll never forget the grip on the side.
I don't know. I don't know if it's a female trait thing or it's just a mum trait thing.
Yeah. Sorry.
If I ever teach someone to drive, I really just hope I'm not like that because it scarred me driving with mum.
Yeah.
I loved learning how to drive with Dad because I think he was just so casual. We're probably very similar people as well. And he would, you know, drive me back to school sometimes on weekends and whatnot, and I would be driving. And yeah, he might be sitting there on his phone, but it was kind of just like that one-on-one time. It was always nice. And then we always do the Peter Pub together every year.
I saw that.
That's like one of my favourite weekends.
Bragging rights?
Yeah, I've got bragging rights, full bragging rights. Well, he got to win. He beat me for so long, so now I get to beat him. He's old and slow now, and he knows it.
Does he – so you said you haven't spoken about it with him. Do you do you talk like openly and about how – like is – I don't know, like I didn't really grow up in a family where you told I find it hard to show emotion.
Yeah, no, I definitely am not like that with my parents.
Yeah.
Unless something really bad has gone on, like a breakup or something like that. But when
hopefully that's not happening anytime.
No, fingers crossed. But like those like really dark times where you might need someone like that. But no, we're not like an emotional person where I talk to them and be like, oh, this really affected me. There's definitely things that I'm like, I'd rather find out from you guys than like in the media and things like that's always going to happen. But I'm trying to get better.
Do you think?
But it's weird feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, did you ever, I don't know if resent is the right word, but did you wish at a younger age that you just had a normal... Because I think you sort of said before that that's sort of the only thing you knew.
That was just all I knew.
It's all you knew,
Yeah. It's like when I went to boarding school and then like I said to you, like you're just like a day kid. Like that for me, that's so weird that you went home after school. Like at 3:30, you either got on a tram or you walked. Like I look at all like the Scotch and Skevs kids, you know, they're all walking under the Red Bridge or around the Yarra Boulevard or Glenferrie Road getting on the tram. And I'm like, that's so weird to me. Like, yeah, I did that for year 7 and 8, but I don't know. I didn't know any different. So nothing that I resent. You know, it led to having him as a prominent politician figure in my life. Sure, it was challenging at times and it's been like hard, but it's also led to some pretty fucking cool opportunities. Like I remember when the Asia World Cup was on and I was going to the soccer with Dad a fair bit and he had to go do some official duty or something like that. And I would have been 18, 19. And he said, I'm just going to leave you here. You'll be all right. And it was a room full of sheikhs and like prominent Asian politicians and stuff. I had to fucking make do. I had to learn how to talk in a room. And so I'm so grateful for that I built those skills. Like it wasn't, he got me into that room, but then he has like the balls to be like, all right, you'll be right. Learn how to talk. You know? And they're cool skills that I'm like proud of that I've had. Yeah.
Sink or swim.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably easy for people just to say, oh, yeah, he's opened up doors or done all this sort of stuff. But you've actually, so many people get given opportunities and they don't actually do anything with them.
Well, I've watched a lot of kids And look, Dad was a premier when no one really knew what a premier was. Like I think people
I still don't know what it is.
No, people only started paying attention. They're like, what's that word when COVID happened because we had to watch fucking Dan Andrews every day.
Won't go down that path.
But
I think he lives in Mulgrave.
Does he?
I think so, from what I heard, but that's okay. I don't know where.
I'm surprised he still lives in the state, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like, I'm surprised he hasn't gone into hiding.
I just told people where I live.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll cut that out. I'm joking.
Just bleep it out.
Yeah.
But I felt so bad for his kids when he was premier because they were like, when Dad was premier, we didn't have social media. Like they had, what was that? Get on the beers song. Like imagine being in year 12 and like that's all the shit going on and then you copping all this hate. Like all your friends and their parents could hate you because your dad is like shut the state down. Like, oh God, I felt so bad for his kids. And I've watched like Tony Abbott's kids, Steve Brack's kids, all really nice kids, similar age to me, a little bit older. We've all spoken, we've bonded at times because we all went through this like older stage of having parents in politics and we all copped shit at some point. Steve Brack's son, he very publicly had an accident and I think it was under the influence of drinking. I can't quite remember the details, but like then he looked like this bad party boy. And then Tony's daughters had this whole flick being like, oh, she just got accepted into this university because of who her dad was. So everyone's had things. And then I've watched them go into hiding for a little bit. I've all watched like mental health situations happen publicly online. And I've wondered, is that because of the growing up ability? Like we've all been affected somehow without realizing. So it's really interesting to see that sort of outlook of what that position does. And then everyone, your dad might not be able to join you on a family holiday because if he does and he's a normal dad, people will fucking hate you because they'll be like, how dare you? How dare you enjoy your time with your family? Like, which is so stupid.
Not something I've ever thought about before.
Yeah.
Like the impact that
it's like when ScoMo disappeared.
Hawaii or something.
Hawaii.
Yeah.
He went on a pre-planned trip to Hawaii for Christmas with his family.
Yeah.
Probably hadn't done that in a very long time. He wasn't going to be able to put out those fires. He came back when he did come back, and he probably came back a lot earlier than was pre-planned for his holiday as well. Like he came back and he did it, and then, the media clipped one of him trying to shake one guy's hand. And I remember being in Eden because I ran a business called MTS. It was a not-for-profit or driving regional tourism to towns impacted directly and indirectly by the fires. Went to Eden and I was speaking to the people of Eden, and that was ScoMo's seat. I said, how did you guys react to what just happened on the media? And for context, ScoMo went to go shake a guy's hand and this guy was like, fuck you, pretty much. That guy, everyone said they were devastated by that. That's what the media picked up because that guy is someone that lives out in the bush that the fireys went and got because he was in danger and they brought him to Eden. Otherwise, everyone else in Eden was happy that ScoMo was there and visiting them and that was a safe haven. And they were like, and then they just painted him like this bad guy. He's gone on a holiday with his family. And then one person who lives a silo life in a van out in the bush.
I remember that.
Doesn't want to shake his hand. But people saved him. This guy didn't even want to leave his van. And he was in the direct line of fires. So it's like, you'll never win. You'll never win. Yeah.
Do you think you've won?
How did I know you were going to ask me that as soon as I said that? I'm pretty happy.
Pretty happy.
I'm pretty happy. Very happy at the moment. I mean, a little less financial stress might be nice, but like I said before, it's uncomfortable, pushes us to be better, to challenge the norm. I was never going to live a conventional life. I hated uni for obvious reasons. Took me 8 years to finish. I only went back to study it online because like an old white guy, one of my first jobs was like, oh, you need a university degree if you want to get anywhere in life. I'm sorry. You do not need a university degree unless you're going to be a lawyer or a doctor or someone like that's when I need you to have the degree. Everything else you can learn. I learned so much. Like our world is changing so much. I was doing marketing and journalism. Social media wasn't a thing when I was studying. I learned how to do that and I implemented that at a company that had never done it before when it started first becoming a thing in 2014. So you don't need it, in my opinion. I was never going to be conventional. I tried to be conventional doing the 9-to-5 job, and I was miserable all the time.
I remember you saying embarrassment is a part of it. It's a tax we pay for dreaming big and being visible. But what's on the other side is something worth chasing, something worth posting for, something worth trying for. And do you want to know a secret? It's working.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what I go back to. I left working full time, start of last year, said I'm going to work for myself. Was kind of dabbling in pushing it out online, but not really. It was there, it was working, but it wasn't working as fully in the system. And it wasn't up until, I reckon 6 months ago, but particularly the last 2-3 months, that I've been really vocal about my work. I probably didn't post it because I didn't want people judging me, didn't want to think, oh, she looks lame talking on camera it's not comfortable talking on camera and putting it up on Instagram or TikTok, whatever, because I hear my partner make fun of people. I'm like, Tom, stop making fun of them. Like, I'm doing that as well. And you just have to put the blinkers on, not think about it, and just fucking do it. I plan my content out, and I am now publicly writing. I never used to put my writing out online. What you just read is like one of the things that I've written, and it's leading to new things. And it felt embarrassing putting it out there because I felt like I was just trying hard, but you all got to start somewhere. And it's working. Like, yeah, it's embarrassing, but if I don't think about it, I'm pretty fucking happy.
It's so good when you put your thoughts out to the world. I think with what I'm learning on social media is that when I can be human, people really resonate with that. And that's why I think in a year's time, I'll be sitting here and I'll be fully vested or focused on just pure long form. I don't think I'll be wasting time.
It's the authenticity that is the best.
Yeah.
Like, I always find if I prepare too much, do you ever find that if you prepare too much, you like, you fuck up?
Yeah, if you follow a script. Yeah. I always script, if I'm doing a YouTube video, I'll script the first like 30 seconds. Got to hook people in somehow, and then it's like just myself.
Yeah. If I start thinking about it too much, I'm like, I missed what I was going to say.
I did that the other day in a YouTube video. I said the introduction like so many times. So I was like, I may as well make this introduction and just use it as a compilation of all my mistakes. So it was a bad introduction. I don't think it went too well on YouTube, but I was like, I'll do it, see what happens. But I put like 4 or 5 mess ups in the first 30 seconds, which I don't think you should do on a YouTube long form. But
it's embracing them. It's embracing the mess. And I wrote an article about embracing the mess in your life, like rather than trying to be so perfected as well, and like keeping that mess back in. And I also take that as negative comments, being a female working in F1 with my podcast, Paddock 43, with my co-host, Pat. We get a lot of hate online and we just make fun of it. And we like compile it all together and then we make content from it. And it's not like we're trying to be like, oh, whoa, us. Like, it's so sad. It's great. It's entertainment. Like,
do you think you'd be able to, like, it sounds like you developed a thick skin from everything that you've been through. Do you reckon that's easier to take on board because of, what you went through?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think I just don't really bite into it. I think I know if I bite into it, I'll get really emotional. Like, I can get really upset about it.
You can?
Yeah, I can. I definitely can. So I just don't let myself get there.
Okay.
Like, I could think about, so many boys' schools growing up, not me, but like at the moment you hear about like, oh, XYZ's happened. They've treated girls like this online or, we all hear about those stories. And I can get really fired up about that because I'll be like, fuck you males, like, and get really angry. And then think about when I was at school, I mean, this doesn't happen anymore. Our first day in year 10, because you start boarding school like year 10 pretty much, the year 12 boys rated us as we walked into the dining hall with cards.
You serious?
Yeah. But like,
what did you get? No, I'm joking.
Did you were you worthy? I actually didn't go. I think I snuck in or something like that. I remember like I had a bunch of like lean cuisine meals or something.
Wait, so they would walk in?
Oh yeah, no, they lined up to judge us. Yeah, for sure.
And obviously you had no idea like that was going on. No, when I say no
No,
idea, I mean
we knew it was coming because everyone told us. Like what, and I'm sure there was a bunch of other shit that went down. But like I was probably very like, you know, I had my 3 best guy friends and I was very much just hyper focused on, you know, riding around campus on my scooter. I was a bit of a gimp, but that's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, they all judged us and they all did stuff like that. And then we had to do, I mean, we all participated in this and I still think this is funny. We had to do initiations.
Yeah.
And part of our initiations was getting woken up in the middle of the night and having to do a nudie dash to one of the guys' boarding houses. And I slipped in the courtyard in front of everyone. I was like,
wow.
Yeah,
that's the first time you've documented that, I suspect.
Yeah, that's a defining moment.
Really?
No, it just describes it. I'm so clumsy. So
You mentioned the upset piece. What would it take for you to get really upset with everything?
if I overthink it too much,
Okay.
if I put too much thought into it,
Even with everything you're doing?
yeah,
Not even just the hate,
just I hate mistreatment. I hate people being hurt. I just, especially when it comes to like, I think male-female relationships, like I get really sad when I see people going through hard times. I take that on quite personally, and I know I can be really empath. Is that is that the
empathetic.
word?
Yeah.
Without needing to, and so I try and not do that because otherwise I can get way too involved.
Is that why you try and help others?
Maybe. Yeah. I like a lot of people reach out to me all the time for just like help and conversations and things like that. And I think I enjoy just like breaking that down for them.
Sorry to cut you off. I had an interesting, I have a really good friend who thankfully has become a great friend and very hard to access in the process. But I say that because he just hit 850,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah. Nice.
And I put up a story yesterday about my YouTube and he messages me saying, you shouldn't do that because it's going to encourage other people to do it. So he's like, just focus, build in silence. And it's like...
Yeah, I get that. It's like I take the... Okay, when I see people that I've grown up with, all of a sudden they post on Instagram and they've got a baby. And I'm like, when the fuck did you grow that? Like you've gone 9 months without posting that. It's kind of like that, right? And I get that building in silence thing, other people not copying you. But then I also look at other people posting about their whole process and their behind the scenes. And that's what they're growing from as well. So it's catch-22 of what you want to do, really. But I also think it's good posting some of the process because you never know what you're going to get out of it. You never know who's going to reach out to you and connect you with someone. And
I think I posted like my statistics though.
yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah. But it got me thinking, it's like...
I reckon it's good to boast. I boasted about something that I did for Paddock 43, like with Christian Horner. Like we posted all this content like when he got fired. It went fucking gangbusters.
Is that when you got 4 million views?
Yeah, I think it was 8 million reach or something like that in 24 hours.
Okay.
Huge number for like a small F1 podcast.
How's a dopamine hit when that happens?
Well,
It's out of control.
And this is what Danny Kennedy has taught me. That's now normal. So it was a dopamine hit kind of, but also I was like, that's just normal for us. Like I'm trying to like train my brain being like, we deserve that as well.
So it doesn't feel weird when you get there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, but also you want to chase it high and consistent. I bragged about those results though, because I was like, that's fucking good for us. Like we did really well. And a lot came from that. Like a lot of people reached out and offering different things because then they're like, we want to be part of that. So I think you should post the results.
Maybe it's hard. It's hard. I'm just doing it how I see fit.
You got to follow your gut feeling with that stuff though.
Yeah.
I think you can't follow anyone else's formula because if you follow someone else's formula, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
You got to be authentic to yourself.
I do have a lot of people reach out and I spend a lot of time building and connecting with people that, you know, I've actually given my number out to a lot of people because I'm happy to chat with them and none of them have called. So it's like, maybe I'll stop doing that. Maybe I'll just chat with them when I need to and
The right person will call.
Yeah.
Right. And like if they're not calling, it's not worth your time either. Like that's just going to be energy you're just wasting when you could be putting that into something else.
Yeah. Do you overthink things?
Yes.
Yeah,
Do you overthink things?
100%. I was going to say, you said something before about if you're getting emotional, you think about it too much.
Yeah.
What are you pondering a lot these days?
Is it going to get as big as I hope it gets? Like,
Is this the podcast? What's this? Just
podcasts, my work, everything. Probably the thing that because I want that to be successful, and I get worried that people are taking our form, like trying to copy what we are trying to do, and they're doing better because they might be better at posting more consistently and things like that.
Yeah.
But probably my biggest overthinking at the moment is that I'm a shit photographer because I don't get as many jobs as other photographers do.
Yeah.
But I also know that's not the case. Like, it's stupid, you know? The high critique of my own work.
Do you have a photography page?
As in background?
No, like a photography page.
Oh, page, yeah.
Dedicated page. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of people, it was funny, like a lot of people don't know it's me.
Yeah.
Or they don't know that I do that. And then I post something on my personal page about photography and they're like, oh, I didn't know you did this.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm like, how does no one know this? I was like, I feel like I post about it all the time, which just means to show, like, I think my audience is more like automotive and all that sort of stuff, but that's fine. Yeah.
Balancing a lot then.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you get overwhelmed often then?
Massively.
Okay.
I've got a million like notes and
Really?
ChatGPT hates to see me coming in the morning. I genuinely wake up and whenever I'm driving to boxing in the morning, because I love to box because it's like a mental stress for me.
Yeah. Non-negotiable.
Yeah.
I saw that. That was number 2, I think, of your non-negotiables. Waking up early and training.
Yeah, I may have missed this morning.
Yeah? Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I did this morning.
Yeah, I had a couple too many wines last night. But I always find myself, and I was one of the guys I was at dinner with last night, he said the same thing. In the morning, he voice notes to ChatGPT ideas he's woken up with. And it's just to create lists. Like sometimes I can't write it fast enough. My brain's working faster than my fingers can type, so I have to voice note it. And I use ChatGPT to help organize my ideas.
That's awesome. How do you do that? I don't do it.
Do you not do it? Oh my God, I need to help you.
Really?
Pay for ChatGPT, download the app on your phone. You can hit the microphone button and I genuinely talk to it like I'm talking to a friend.
Do you say, hey, can you note this down somewhere? Or?
Yeah. I'm just like, hey, like, okay, so I've got this idea and I just need to help flesh it out a little bit in my brain. Can you help me like formulate it into something XYZ, whatever it is? And I just talk to it and it probably like spits out like 500 words.
Yeah.
And then I just hit send. And the voice to text is fucking amazing. And yeah, it helps me formulate it.
Yeah.
And then I also give it to like to-do lists. I'm like, okay, remind me I've got to do this. Remind me I've got to do this. It's like become my little assistant.
I'll do that with Siri. But I don't
know how to use Siri.
I just say, hey Siri, can you remind me to call?
Hey, Siri went up.
Can you remind me to call so-and-so in 1 hour?
Yeah.
You know, and it'll...
What do you want to be reminded about?
Turn that off. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's interesting. I didn't even know that was a thing. I know where I was going. I just know that there's a lot of people using it.
You got to use it. It's so good. It's just, I think, why do I have to cough all the time?
Some water. We can pause.
That's right. Using ChatGPT to help organize my thoughts and to-do lists has been a massive game changer for me the last 2 months as well.
Why?
Just because it feels like an outlet, even though, you know, it could be speaking to someone. But I also try and write in a diary every morning, just like my top 5 priorities for the day, how I want to feel at the end of the day and stuff like that. I'm not very consistent with that. And I don't know if it's because it's writing for me, maybe. And so I've had to find out what's actually easier for me to use every single day.
You might have answered it earlier. What do you think you've been thinking about most the past 2 months?
Like good things or bad things?
Well, combination.
Huh?
Combination.
Most thing I'm thinking about at the moment is probably my dogs because they're not with us at the moment and I miss them so much. I think that's why I fell for the cat over here just before. But work-wise, it's what's next, like trying to find that next contract. I mean, like I was telling you earlier, I went to this dinner last night to try and swoon over some new clients and I think it worked. You know, I've got a call with them later So it's making sure I'm always working and doing something like that to secure something next. And then also some videos that I haven't edited for a client, which I'm putting off because it's probably ADHD going too much.
Have you, has that been something you've diagnosed with, or you just?
No, I'm just,
Yeah.
I do so much that I'm like, probably. And also I know that of the fact that I sit there and I could have a million things to do. Have you ever done this? You sit there and you got a list to do and you're like, I can't do any of it.
Yeah.
Or you do 30% of one task, 30% of another, 30% another, rather than completing each task and then moving on to the next.
Yeah.
That's very much me, and I've seen that apparently that's part of the diagnosis. But I don't need a formal diagnosis because I don't want to change anything about me because I know that's my strength anyway.
I have an unlock I've had during that phase is because I get it late at night sometimes. I'm like, I just don't even need to go to bed. But we've got a Wi-Fi timer. So the Wi-Fi turns on at 11:15.
Yeah.
So like yesterday, I was like frantically taking at like 10:47, frantically taking stuff off my camera, compiling it, titling, sending it to my editor. Started seeing it at 10:45, and 2 minutes before that.
So it turns off.
Yeah, it's got it's just a timer.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it turns off 11:15. So like 2 hours before you're just in lock-in mode.
Yeah.
So I got to get all this stuff done.
Yeah. So I do that sometimes I set a timer for an hour or 30 minutes and I have a list of things I have to get done in that time. And I try and compete with myself and I get competitive. But I have a nighttime routine, so nothing affects me. I can't work late at night.
Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, I start my nighttime routine early.
Okay.
I'm obsessed with my
Yeah,
sleep.
what did you take? Something 2 hours before.
I have my Swiss Sleep gummies,
Yeah.
which are probably the biggest placebo in the world, but I can't not have them. I have my Ultra Bioceuticals magnesium night powder. I have a nighttime tea, usually the Twinings one, and I have to have them 2 hours before I go to bed. And I have to get in bed for an hour to unwind before I fall asleep. I can't just get in bed and fall asleep.
Yeah, I'm thankfully passing out as soon as I hit the pillow.
Oh yeah, I wish I was like that.
Yeah, well, it's because I go to bed pretty late every night. I haven't gone to bed before 11 since I quit. So before 11 p.m. Since I quit my job.
So late for me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. If I could eat dinner at 5:30 and be in bed by like 7:38, I'm living my best life.
Yeah, I lock in super late because I got to film. I got to do. There's. If I went to bed at 7, I wouldn't get anything done. Unfortunately.
So I think I'm a morning person.
Yeah.
I get a lot done in the morning, and the afternoon is where I fucking slack off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can't do this anymore.
Really?
I'm gone. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard for me at the moment.
My sister was always a night person. And her kid apparently doesn't go to sleep till like 10 o'clock, something like that. I'm like, fuck.
Do you worry that it won't get as big as you want?
Yeah. Yeah, all the time.
Why?
The worry stems from we won't get the following. We won't get the brand deals. Someone else will overtake us for the podcast. And also for my photography, someone will get the clients. My marketing, someone will get the clients. No one will want to work with me. Like they're the things that I worry about and that I'm going to have to go back to a 9 to 5. And I don't want to go back to a 9 to 5. Like, yeah, it's stressful right now, not knowing when your income's coming in. It's never going to be comfortable for anyone, but I love my life so much more now. Like the fact that like I could come here, have a chat with you, like meeting you the other week, like those things that you couldn't do when you're in a 9 to 5. Like there was one person in that room that worked 9 to 5 and she was sitting next to me. Everyone else had, that's the dream. Yesterday I caught up with Jules Lund for a run at 9 o'clock. And it was an hour, but it was a really productive hour. And then I went into this bit and this bit. This is like, I can't do working for someone else.
Yeah. So what would it take for you to actually like go back? Just like, you haven't even thought about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I've thought about it. Financial security if I really wasn't doing well. Like at the moment, I'm like, I just need to at least cover my mortgage. That's sort of my priority and start paying off my credit card. And that I have stress that my camera equipment will start failing soon as well because it's, hitting that sort of age mark, and my laptop just recently died and I had to buy that, and all that shit's so expensive. So it's like I've got to be able to afford that. That's probably my stress.
I'm actually running very low on like savings.
Yeah.
But
How does
I'm
that make you feel?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I got money coming in.
Yeah.
It's just like even now, like there is stuff I probably should put on the business credit card. I'm just not. Just small little stuff. I'm buying a steak here and there and just I'll just pay for it myself. But I sort of want, you talk about Stephen actively seeking discomfort.
Yeah.
Like I sort of want to dive into the deep end. But I know I'll be able to. I think I'm about a month away from being monetized on YouTube anyway. So
I reckon it's sooner than that for you.
yeah, I hope so. Before my dad's 60th, which is the 23rd of October, that's
the goal.
That's my goal. But it's not going to be. I don't think it'll be life changing. I think it'll be life changing for me because not for the money, just because of the curiosity and the.
But it's a goal as well. Like how often do we actually achieve goals? Like, do you ever write down your goals?
Not really. I'm bad at that.
Okay, so I reckon I do that every 1st of Jan every year.
Yeah.
And not once have I ever gone back and looked at it and been like, oh my God, I did my goals. Like, it never comes to fruition. I had influenza in June. So I was like dying in bed and I was just going through my notes because I have a million notes. I saw my goal list. Yeah. I clicked onto it. I've never done that. And I was like, oh, I wonder how I'm progressing. Yeah. And I was like, done that. Yeah. I was like, holy shit. And the only one that I hadn't done was that I said I wanted to run 10K by June. I've been like, trying to work out the balls to run 10K. It's like a mental game for me. And so as soon as I felt better, I went and did it. And I burst into tears afterwards because how often do we fucking complete our goals? Actually write it down and do it. So it's going to be you when you get monetized. Yeah. It's like, it's a really special feeling.
Yeah. I haven't written that down though. It's just there.
Yeah, no, but even if you don't write it down, but like being like, that's the goal. Like Pat and I, for the podcast, we have goals. And whenever things happen, it's like, it's the best feeling. We go, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. Because we discuss that. I mean, like that's the plan.
The last goals I wrote down were fake. It was for real estate.
Yeah.
So
they weren't personal. Yeah.
Yeah. They were like, I didn't write the personal ones weren't true. It's like continue to funnel Steak Lad and see what happens. Yeah. Not actually writing. I want it to be the biggest in the world.
I think they need to be tangible ones as well. Like,
but I actually think I could do it. Yeah. I could be up there with biggest in the world.
100% you can.
Yeah.
Look how much you've grown.
Yeah.
Like full belief in this situation that you've got yourself into and what you're aiming for and going for. And that's what attracted me to what you were doing when we first met. I said to you, I was like, how can I help you streamline your content? And then you showed me what you're doing and I was like, I can't help him. He's he's got his process and that's authentically you as well. And unless you're paying a lot of people to help film and edit and do all that sort of stuff, and it's different because I want to help you being like, how can we free up more time? But it's like, no, that's actually how you operate as well. And that's what makes it so special, what you're doing and how you do things.
I appreciate that.
So kudos to you because I was like, nah, he's got his system. And if it's working for someone, don't change it. Unless it you're like, okay, I'm really dying.
You mentioned you were on the bed before looking at your notes.
Yeah.
Is that something you do? I'm in the stage now where I don't really even look back on what happened yesterday.
Oh,
Are
really?
you looking back on things and you're saying, I'm glad that happened, or imagine.
100%.
Yeah, it's more so because I'm I'm running 7 days a week, and you do a podcast reel and you're on to the next one straight away. It's like you don't really lap it up, and you're like, how lucky am I to even be able to sit down. I was saying to someone the other day, I'm so grateful I got to speak to this person, and they were like, they'll be someone that you look at in a few years and you'll say, oh, that wasn't too special. And I was like, what do you mean? And they were like, and he said that because you're just going to keep getting better and better and better guests.
And you will.
I said that, but I said that because I'm not doing it to get better guests. I'm just like, I never still, despite who that person was, would never have been able to sit down with them. And that was cool for me in the moment.
Yeah.
I think I
love looking back. I'm notorious for there's on iPhones and your photos, you can look at photos from a year ago on that day. Have you seen that feature?
Yeah.
I look at it every single day. It's like a little habit. I always do it when I'm having my coffee in the morning because I want to see what those photos are from. What's the date today? 28th of August.
Yeah, don't even look.
Yeah, I looked at it and I was like, oh, that's when
29th.
Tom was experimenting. Like this morning, it was Tom was experimenting with a recipe in the Thermomix that Mum had sent us. And I still had a moonbird on my foot. It was broken. And I was doing XYZ job or something like that. Like it's like, and then I think about how far I've come. I also I just like that little stuff. Like I always go back and look at my reels and things like that from big events and go, fuck, that was pretty cool. Because it's so easy to not live in the moment. During the Grand Prix this year, I was Monday to Sunday was nuts. Everyone thought, oh, it must be so fun. And it was fun, but I didn't experience the fun because I was so just dialed into the work and producing the content. We were doing 10 to 12 reels a day across all our different platforms. We had content deliverables, we were running around, photo deliverables as well for different brands, things that weren't even going on our platforms. Plus we're trying to get as much as possible because you get 1 week to shine when you work in F1 and the F1 is in town. So I was doing anything and everything. And I wasn't really eating because just too busy and I was running off adrenaline. It was like, oh, you see some chocolate, quickly eat that. That's your breakfast, whatever. I dropped my phone down the side of a building and I started shaking because I was like, oh my God, that's my whole work and all that sort of stuff. I was shaking and people had to pull me aside. And this is on the Saturday. And this is one of my business partners. And she goes, stop. And I thought she was angry at me. She's like, stop. She's like, have fun. You've forgotten to have fun and you're pissing everyone off. And I was like, oh yeah. And then I just completely let go. It's like she had to take something off me.
What was that going?
Huh?
What was it? When you said just let go, was it?
Just let go of
Did it feel freeing then almost?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got too into it.
Do you ever place pressure on yourself?
Do I ever play what?
Place pressure. What
Yeah.
was it?
It was pressure. I was trying to be the best I could be.
Okay.
And then I forgot that I also need to have fun.
Yeah.
And that's why I like looking back as well. But it's probably also I look back to remember the memories, especially if I wasn't in the moment, to look back at them at the time. There was so much that we were posting on Paddock 43 that I forgot that even happened. It was, the same thing that you just described. Oh, it's done. And I was like, that's not good.
I've actually started or wanting to do solo podcasts just to sort of lock in a memory about how I'm feeling at this exact moment. Because it's so hard when you're in the thick of it. It's hard to go back and say, oh, how good did it feel in that moment? Yeah,
and that's why I look back. But it's also hard to be present as well. So that's my goal now, to be present, work hard, but be present. And I remember the Sunday night of that Grand Prix, I was telling you, finally drank for the week, but I was super present. I always have my phone on me. I'm always checking my phone. I'm very on it like that, which is a bad habit. But I remember that night was the first night that I just had it in my handbag and I didn't touch it once. And it's not even that I thought to do that, but I would just made myself be so present. It was a pretty epic feeling actually when you are. It's a skill though. I don't know how people to be present all the time.
Do you find it hard at the moment with everything going on?
A little bit, because we are trying to plan our wedding and a house renovation at the same time and get a lot of work done. So I'm sort of finding the balance hard, but it's all right. It's doable. Just got to remember.
all that work, all that desire to be the best version of yourself and everything you've gone through, that makes me think that there's something you want to prove almost.
Oh, yeah. I think I need to prove to myself that I'm more than just me.
More than just me.
I can be big in what I want to do. I can be successful in what I want to do, and then don't need to go and work for someone 9 to 5. I mean, I even had someone question that to me, and I told this story to you when we first met, that an old boss said to me, why are you trying to prove to yourself? Are you just trying to do all this to prove to everyone? What did she say? I can't even remember now. Because of your last name.
Yeah.
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 And I was just like, fuck you. Like, yes, of course I am.
Yeah.
Like, and also I just want to work hard. Like, I enjoy what I do. I'm sure I like sitting by a pool with a cocktail in hand if you've got me overseas. Fucking great. But I don't like to sit still for too long. Where we're living at the moment, we don't have any Wi-Fi, and which is nice because, like you have time for your Wi-Fi. But then I'm just sitting there and I'm like, okay, great. So I put on an audiobook or something like that and I just like tinker around the house because I'm like, I can't sit still.
What's it like to be in your head when that sort of stuff is going on, when you're quiet?
Stressful, because I think that I should be doing other things that will push the dial. But I have to remember that we have to take breaks. It's important to take breaks. It's important to take a moment for yourself and slow down, because if you don't slow down, you're going to burn out.
You happy?
Yeah. And I've burnt out too many times before. I don't need that again. Like, I was sitting at the Kallal Hotel pool, one of the nicest hotels in Australia. I'm with my fiance and his sister, and I'm fucking shaking like this because I'm so burnt out. And I was so stressed about, I have to be doing this, I can't just sit still. Like, I just wasn't sleeping. Like, I ruined, 2 days of a holiday for other people because I was in that mindset.
Is there any regret in that sort of stuff you've looked back on and say, I wish I wasn't like that?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I wish I just, like, I'm not saving lives. It wouldn't have killed me to take a weekend off. It wouldn't have killed me to, not be so stressed at the AusGP and actually enjoy it if you, like, the days prior and relax. So I think that's what I'm looking forward to in the next 12 months, that now I've, like, learnt that lesson, implementing that into other things. And also trying to get other people to do it as well, like yourself. Being like, hey, 7 days a week till 11 p.m. at night. Like when you said you go to bed at 11, I'm like,
even later.
But
I'm happy.
Slow down.
I'm happy though.
Yeah. But that's the thing. If you're happy,
I'm fine.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely fine. I think I said it the other day because I'm like, I know I'm like on the edge.
Yeah.
I know that I'm about to go for a ride.
Yeah.
And I know it's so close, and it's exciting. It makes it easy to get up and do that. I think without that, I wouldn't be able to push so hard. Because there was yesterday, my housemate got me these two steaks for my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm like, maybe I don't need to film this. Maybe I'll just sit down with him and enjoy the meal for once.
Yeah.
And I was going to do a mushroom sauce with it. I bought all the ingredients and I was like, fuck the mushroom sauce. I'm just going to cook these steaks. I'm going to do a really simple video. Ended up being a banger. But if I didn't have that external purpose, I would have just gone, nah, I'm just going to go for the easy option.
Yeah.
I'm going to cook them in the oven as opposed to cooking them over the charcoal and making them 10 times better.
Yeah.
And I did it, and I was so glad I did it. I was going through the footage. That's the video I was going through last night. I'm like, this is a banger.
Yeah.
And I just let it be. And it was beautiful. I was so glad I did it.
How good is it when you just let go and you're like, no pressure? The thing is we don't need to put pressure on everything that we do. Like, we do it automatically because we want to succeed, and we've got that, like, that's why we both left our normal jobs to do what we want to do and what we're passionate about. But we're not saving lives.
My next LinkedIn post is going to be a future letter to me.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to be, but I put that as my prompts for next week. Dear,
I like that.
Dear future me.
Yeah.
Thank you for doing this. Thank you for doing that. I actually did it in the chair you're sitting in. I did like a 2-minute thing for when I quit my job and just spoke to the camera and said to me, dear future me, thank you for doing. But I want to take
Thank you for putting the hard work in. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for not giving up. So many times I could have.
I think those exercises are so important.
Yeah.
It's like writing lists of things that you want to achieve and stuff. It's like everyone does it differently.
Yeah.
You got to find out what format works best for you in terms of that. But I like that. I think it's so important. And LinkedIn is such an interesting beast as well in terms of a social media platform.
Yeah.
Like, I reckon I get more reach and interest off LinkedIn than anything else at the moment.
I'm still building it slowly because on my algorithm, my audience is like from real estate.
Yeah.
And they're like, who is this person? So like I'm trying to grow my audience there, but it's every week I'm just, and then you get one that goes really well and get a few messages here and there, and it's
Oh, I had a LinkedIn post that went viral the other day. I was
Really?
like, what the fuck?
yeah. Yeah, well, that's the thing with
Because it's not, you don't think of it as, I mean, I don't think of LinkedIn as a goal. I just post it
No.
because I hope more work comes from it. Like,
you've got to be on everything.
yeah, you got to be on everything.
If you wanted more freedom, give yourself freedom. If you want to be proud of your work, create things you're proud of. If it's very easy to accidentally build yourself a job that is worse than one you quit, but don't live a life where you resent your work or have any regrets.
Yep. Don't be on your deathbed with regrets
Do you think about that?
all the time. That's why I say yes. And Danny says I say yes too much. Fair enough.
You think about your death?
Oh, not my death,
That's
but
what I
like, oh, sorry. No. I see it as when I'm at that age, hopefully elderly, healthy, pass away peacefully, nothing dramatic happens. That's the goal, I guess. That's the goal of my death.
Every day we're getting closer. No, I'm joking.
It's really weird that I just never thought about that. That's the goal in death, to have a nice death. It's so weird. But I don't want any regrets. I don't want to be like thinking in my head, oh, I wish I'd tried this. I wish I'd tried that. Like, I wish I'd had the balls to do a podcast. I wish I had, started writing and tried this or reached out to this person.
I've never done this. I saw a quote from keep talking.
No.
I saw a quote from Alex Hormozy yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was that. That's exactly what you said before.
I don't think you should have regrets. I think you should always give it a go. Like, say yes to the opportunity. I've said it to friends that are single. I'm like, go on a fucking date well. Like, and they're like, oh, but they look shit. I'm like, so what? You get a story. You get a free drink. Like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
Or you get to get dressed up for a night. Like, say yes, obviously within realms of being safe, right? Safety is first, everyone. But you never know what the work opportunity is. Like, I went out last night because even though I didn't want to, I was like, something's going to happen from this. And I've said no too many times. And I've regretted that. And I didn't like that I regretted something. But yeah, yes.
The median lifespan for a US male is 74 years old. That means you're in the middle age around 37, not 50. And if you adjust for our decreased perception of time as we age, one dash age, I don't know, whatever that means, we're at the midpoint around 20 to 21. You don't have as much time as you think. Make your move.
Yeah. Like, I love when I see people rebuild their lives as well. There's like a whole perception of females, I guess, when you're in your young 30s, if you're not with a partner, you've got pressure on yourself to quickly meet someone and have kids and whatever. I'm not in that situation, but I imagine it'd be really scary being a female in that situation. But like, you can rebuild your life. I've lived that many fucking lives. Like, I'm 31 now and now doing what I want to do for work. Imagine if I'd done it when I was 18. Like, that's my regret. I didn't start it earlier. But I'm so like, it's like, if I don't do it now, we're fucked. I can't, sure, I could pick it up later in life, but I don't want to miss any opportunity. I don't want to miss the things that are going to come.
I did that on a LinkedIn post yesterday. I said, high performance have always captured my attention. Accordingly, when I'm not filming content, blah, 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 I'm studying the best in the world. Admittedly, Stephen Bartlett is someone who I've been studying. I listened to a conversation of his the other day and thought to myself, surely he wasn't this good at the start. So I went back to episode 1. Then came episode 2. Naturally, episode 3 ensued. And within 10 minutes, he said something that inspired me to write this post. I spent the last 5 years of my life very focused on building me and in the process building a business. But without that visualization of where I wanted my life to go, I would have never got there in the first place. I have no doubt the majority of the population who listen to his content would say it's impossible to get to his level. Personally, it's hard to imagine him ever being in a position I am today. Going back to episode 1 made me realize that I was wrong, and that inspired me deeply. Having just turned 30, I'm more aware of time than ever. And whilst every part of me wishes I'd found my calling earlier, sadly that's not the case. I want things to happen quickly. I want the results now. The reality is it's only been 2.5 months of intense focus since going all in. Thankfully, I have a clear vision of what I want. Every day I wake up and take steps towards achieving that vision. I hope every human gets to feel the power of having a strong vision. It makes writing this exact LinkedIn post at 12:15 a.m. on Wednesday morning feel
fucking
easy.
bed.
It makes it easy to film when you don't feel motivated. It makes it easy to give up your entire social life. As I sit here writing this, I'm undoubtedly in the worst financial position I've been since my early teenage years. But I'm not concerned. In fact, I'm excited. We did speak about that earlier as well. Excited because I know my life's going to change. The gap between me, where I am today, and where I want to be in the future is not defined by money, luck, or timing. It's defined by how long I can keep going and what I'm willing to sacrifice in the process. And that makes it easier. I look forward to the day when people look back on my first episode the same way I look back on Stephen's.
We are so similar.
Really?
Yeah, everything you said then is resonates with me so much. You got to be excited, but also to your point that did you say you regret or you say you not found your calling earlier?
Yeah.
I get that as well, but at the same time,
Everything that happened before.
was for a reason.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't have given you the drive that you have now because you had to have the taste of the other situation to realize it wasn't for you.
Yeah, 100%.
And that's why I always say to people, give it a go. But do you ever get tall poppy syndrome in your life?
With people,
Just
yeah,
with
of
people?
course. Yeah, I saw the article you wrote about that as well. Did I write anything about it? I don't think I wrote anything because it was just I took...
Because this is something that I think is important for people to know.
Of course.
Is that, and just for anyone that's starting something, people will always encourage you
At the start.
at the start and they build you up and they say, do this. It's amazing. It's amazing. Like you would be so good at this. And then you start doing it and you start doing well and they fucking drop like flies. They just don't engage with the content. They don't listen. Like everyone will be like, oh, you look so busy. I'm like, yeah, have you, like, I know if you haven't engaged with my stuff. Like we live in a world of social media. You know when your friends don't do it. Unfortunately, we're all built like that. We have such a thing of tall poppy syndrome in Australia. It's so bad. And we all should be hyping each other up. It's like when a photographer will say to me, stop charging so low because you're bringing the rest of the industry down. You're making all of us look really expensive. And I'm like, yeah, true. Like we all need to be charging what we're actually worth, not just like to fit into other people's molds. We're so bad here in Australia with that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, you when you go out, you start a business, you realise who your true friends are. But thankfully it's been a long, winded journey for me in the sense that people sort of realised that I was doing something. But then I was made to feel bad about what I was doing. I don't know if you ever had that.
Yeah. I've definitely experienced that. And then I just find that they're not my people. My circle's pretty small in terms of like really tight-knit people that I tell everything to. But then I have a wide circle of like acquaintances, I guess. But then doing what you want to do in love, you meet new people. And then people that are like you and you go, let's hype each other up. Because also working for yourself, let's be real, it can be fucking lonely. Yeah, we're having conversations with people all the time. We're online all the time. And you feel like you're connected, but are you really connected? It's important to take those breaks. Like I'm going for the first time in months seeing my friends this Friday for lunch. I haven't done that. Not Friday. Today's Friday. Tomorrow, Saturday. I haven't done that because I've just been online so much.
I tried to do that the other day, walk out, try to start the car and battery's dead. I swear. It's like 6 p.m. at night and I'm like...
And Carl's like, nah,
and
go back inside and work.
My mate lived in Sunbury.
Oh, no.
Like,
So you couldn't even get an Uber.
I got it fixed.
Yeah, but you couldn't even get an Uber.
By the time I got it fixed, I'm like, I'm not driving to Sunbury. It's too far. It's like an hour and 15 minutes.
Did he come to you?
No, well, like all the boys were going to his house.
Okay. It also defeats the
All the
purpose if people come to you as well. I force myself to get out.
What's something you've told or you've told your close friendship group recently you'd be comfortable sharing?
I actually did this yesterday. I reached out to a bunch of them. They don't know who's in the email. I blind CC'd everyone. I don't know why I did that, but it felt right. And I asked them to help me with something. And it felt kind of lame, but I've made it very well known that I'm doing like an 8-week coaching course, not to learn how to be a coach, but I'm working with Danny Kennedy just to work out myself my values and sort of making sure I'm setting myself up. I was feeling a little bit complacent in the work I was doing. I needed a push pretty much. And one of the exercises I'm working on at the moment is working out what I'm good at as well, what other people think I'm good at. And so I asked them all to send back a couple of paragraphs on what I'm good at. So I haven't checked my emails yet.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why I'm
that's
nervous.
awesome.
I was like, I think I was doubting. I was like, will anyone actually reply? Mum and Dad got that email. They haven't fucking replied. Like they were two people. And then that's why when you said, oh, I spoke to your mum this morning, I'm like, oh, that must be nice. She doesn't reply to my email.
Oh, that's the email, yeah. Yeah, well, calls are always easier than emails these days. That was a call. We had a call.
Yeah, you had a goal. But I think that was really daunting because it was like, I need you to tell me what I'm good at.
What do you think you're good at?
I did see, well, I saw one response because it came through late last night.
What do you think?
What do I think? I think that I'm good at having conversations one-on-one, and I know I can win over a room if I'm presenting. And I have like a superpower in that as well, that I can talk to people really authentically as well. There was a time where I was working for an FMCG business and I was working in social and content. The sales team brought me into their buyers meeting. Like, come on, the social media person never goes into those meetings. But they brought me in because they were like, oh, we need you to speak to them differently because we're not winning them over. And I fucking won them over and got, the stuff into the stores. So I know I have a good pull there.
What do you doubt about yourself?
That I'm not good enough.
In
That-
what?
That I'm a jack of all trades, but a master of none. Because I do a
Say
lot
that
of
again,
different
sorry?
things. Jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And that I am too spread out in what I do. And I've been having conversations with people about that lately. They're like, you should just be focusing on one thing online and just putting that out there. And then
I've had that
the
with
other
this,
things. Yeah.
that feeling with the podcast.
And I get that, but I'm also like, but that's me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to give up something. Like, if you had to give up one element of your business right now, what would it be?
Potty.
Yeah. And why is that?
Because it takes so much time. Because if I'm thinking about right now, it's like, how do I make money the quickest?
Yeah. Fair.
Then I've got to be focused on things that are making me the money.
Yeah.
Or probably the tallow, actually. I probably like the podcast more than the tallow.
I was going to say, I feel like the tallow you don't talk about enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
we
just
won't talk
the
about
silent
that.
assassin in the background.
It's still going well. I reckon
Yeah,
I could
no,
blow
it does
up if
well.
I wanted to.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I feel like you like having conversations with people.
I love conversations.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I couldn't think what I'd give up
the
right
potty,
now.
maybe not the potty. But yeah, I'm definitely, that question is, if money wasn't an issue, then it'd be hard to say. I see it as part of, but it have to be the potty. It takes so much time. So much time.
And time is money, right?
Time's money. And yeah.
So I don't
And
know what I'd give
there's a
up.
part of me too that looks and says, why don't I just do 2 YouTube videos a week? And just go, that's the only thing I do. And do 1 reel a week on Instagram and just fuck off everything else. So I look at this guy and he went stagnant on social media for ages, on Instagram, and I was wondering where he was. And then I looked at his social media, his YouTube, and he's gone from 20 or maybe 15,000 subs to close to 50 in a few months, because that's all the focus. Every day was just YouTube. And now he's like gone back and he's blown up. He's taken all the content from his long form and just recycling it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, maybe I just do 3 months of just no potties and just go crazy. But I think I value what this brings and what it does for me and for the guests as well.
I also think it creates a point of difference as well. Like, that's what makes it interesting. Like, everyone goes, what would you give up, Elle? Like, if you probably need to give up something
You
to
don't know.
focus. I don't know, because everything feeds into everything.
Yeah.
But also then that's good. Like, I could give up something. If anything,
Is that the feeling of even giving up? Is that they're all going to be right? They're all doubting me. I gave up.
Nah, I think it would be more of an internal thing, like I failed. Like, I wasn't successful at that.
Why did you stop the esky business?
MT Esky stopped because I was working full time. COVID, had to get a full-time job.
Is that hard?
Different. Yeah, it was hard, but it was also at the time when I thought that I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to be back in a corporate setting. I didn't really think too much, even though I loved running Empty Esky. It also stopped because, my business partner and I were just going in different directions at the time, and that was completely fine. And at the end of the day, Empty Esky was about a message. It was about encouraging people to shop differently and just to think about tourism differently. And that message is still out there. I go down to East Gippsland all the time and people still have signs and stickers in their windows that say, fill your Empty Esky up here. It's 5 years later. I'm so, if I could think of something I'm proud of, it's Empty Esky. Fuck, that was cool that we did that, and that we created that as well. And so it just silently went away, which is fine. Things do.
I mean, if you can embrace the feeling of when that happened, maybe it's, I don't know. I don't want to tell you what to do, but.
Well, that also felt like it naturally had ended.
Yeah, okay.
You know when something's over.
Yeah.
You're like, it's like you when you quit your job. You're like, I remember signing that thing, dismantling whatever the business structure that we had.
Yeah.
And it was like this, it's done. I can move on. We weren't making money off it. It was never intended for that either. And someone's got to pay my bills and that someone is me because I'm an adult. And that's
So you can't look at anything you're doing right now and think, do you think it's to get to where you want to get to, something needs to go?
Probably. I think I'm facing that at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's something, when we first met, I was like, that's a lot. I don't know, it all feeds into each other, but still, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I think, if anything, because I also have my apparel label. I'm so grateful for my business partner because she's a she's a gun.
Yeah.
So she is looking after a lot of that, especially if I get too busy. If anything goes, maybe it's my photography. And I say that really just only because I love it, but photography was also never supposed to be a job for me. I was always jealous of photographers and I wanted to be a photographer. So that's why I picked up a camera and I started shooting. But then I was also determined not to make it a full-time job, just to be if it brought in some income on the side, great. But it was also just an outlet for me. And I look at my first photos 5 years ago and I'm like, wow, it's nice that you've changed. It's nice that you've grown. So that I could probably give up because that also takes up a lot of time, a lot of the editing and stuff. But it's also really fun. But I can still do it. I can still shoot for my articles. I can shoot for the podcast. I can shoot for my apparel label. I can shoot for fun. So maybe that. Maybe.
I spoke to your mum and there was a question. I said, is there something you'd want to know? And it was, what propels you to make things happen?
She asked that.
Yeah, what makes her tick? What motivates her to do what she does?
To be better every day, I think, and just to have fun doing it. Obviously I've missed out on fun because I haven't been present, but just to enjoy my life and to have no regrets. The no regrets thing is the big thing that propels me. I don't want to miss out on an opportunity just because I was too scared. That terrifies me. Eleanor Roosevelt once said, do one thing every day that scares you. And I'm not really a quote person, love reading quotes because they resonate with you when you read them. But that's it's probably a very famous quote, but the only thing that I always remember. Also because, Eleanor.
What's scary? Yeah. What's the scary part of what you do most? Is it just the whole, I remember you saying the uncertainty.
It's just the
money
uncertainty.
coming. Yeah.
When you work for yourself, every month is different, financially. Sometimes people don't pay you for months and you're like, hey, I can't send you another fucking follow-up email. It's just that. And then also failing. Don't want to fail. But that's why we work hard. Do one thing every day that scares you. What's scaring you? What are you going to do today that scares you?
stock 400 beef tallows on my garage door. Well, I'm getting 450 delivered today, but that's not really scary actually. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm actually in a really good spot, so I don't think about failure.
Yeah.
I know I'm going to succeed. So yeah, just doing every day. And I heard someone say really good advice. He said, when it gets hard, just like that's when you need to double down. So like when I was doing that film, for example, yesterday, I'm like, double down, like just keep pushing. So I'm not doing it in a way that sort of affects me mentally. But yeah, there's every part of me that could, overthink, and I probably stop looking at the statistics so much. I'm like refreshing YouTube a lot. That's because I care, and I think it's important for me.
Yeah,
So.
I get that. It can also become obsessive though as well.
I'm obsessive as hell. I track every 50 followers.
Yeah.
Put it down.
We were doing that on TikTok for the podcast page.
Yeah.
And then when the following started going down, it was a really shit feeling.
Yeah.
So I've stopped looking because I'm like, can't
I
do
just think
that.
with YouTube, it's to get a subscription, it's like really hard.
Yeah.
It's not like Instagram where you actually subscribe if you want to see the content.
Yeah.
So like I don't lose. I'm just like gaining there, which is so exciting, and yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I reckon my scary thing today is after this, I'm having lunch with someone that I've never met before that reached out on Instagram.
Really? Girl or boy?
Girl.
Okay, that's yeah.
I mean, but I'd still do it with a guy.
Yeah,
like
okay.
it doesn't bother me. But it was
Technically
just
you are
like,
today.
Yeah,
sort
technically
of.
I'm doing it twice today.
Yeah.
And that's someone that is in my space of work that I do. That could be a competitor. That could be scary. Or it could be really like a beautiful thing, and that we connect and that we bond over and that we push each other to be better. And that's what I hope it's for.
Yeah, I've got one guy that I said, you might not be like, I'm just like, I probably wouldn't hang out with him if he wasn't doing what I was doing. You know, like he's got a wife, he just, got a dog and different characters, but we're both got a similar dream, and we message each other a lot because we're both doing the same thing.
Yeah, because you need people.
Yeah.
You need people. Like I said before, it's lonely.
Yeah, it's only us.
Yeah. It's so easy to forget that it's lonely as well and be hyper focused, like I said before. So that's why you got to slow down and actually take those moments and enjoy them.
Is there anything we haven't spoken about today you'd want to touch on?
Probably a million things.
Really? Such as? One thing.
One thing. All bad things must come to an end. I'm looking at that quote right there, and I saw that earlier, and I was like, I agree with that so much, but we've kind of already discussed it, but they should come to an end. And I've seen too many people like stay in bad situations, even in jobs, and it's just a note to anyone that if you feel like you need to change something, change it. Yeah. I know we've already discussed that, so it's not really a new thing, but
That's a good way to end it, I think. Cracking conversation. That was a long conversation, but I love it.
how long?
Hour 40.
Oh shit, sorry.
No, that's great. I love it. I really do. And I look at those photos and I need to put them on the wall. But the artist that actually did them, her name's Danielle Weber. You heard of her?
That name sounds familiar.
She's an artist, great artist. She's amazing.
Yeah.
And she's become a great friend. She was on episode 41. She was a guest, and she gave me those photos, and she was trying to make art a career like 10 years ago when there was really hard to make it. And
Did she do the one behind as well?
No, that's that was a fill-in. That I used to have curtains on to block the mirror, and they fell off.
Yeah.
And I just like blocking that corner because the mirror. But yeah, she is a great reminder to me to just keep going. And what you said before.
No regrets.
No regrets. She made it work, and very, very inspiring. And I see those artists. When I see those photos, I just, because I've probably got, there are some things a part of me that thinks, maybe it doesn't get as big as I want. I know I'm going to succeed. I just don't know how. But I don't think I'll ever get to a point where I'm sort of happy with how big it is anyway. So I've just got to just keep going and see what happens.
No regrets.
No regrets.
If, like, to anyone out there that's got an idea, just put it out there, give it a go. Like, I'm doing so much in automotive. I'm an automotive presenter, got my F1 podcast and motorsport inspired apparel label, my marketing consultancy and my photography. So there's a fair bit going on. But then I started writing just for the sake of me writing because it felt good. And I also felt like I had things I needed to pass on to people that I had learnt as well from all the shit that I've been through. And because of that, I've had motorsport publications, car publications all reach out and they want me to write for them.
What's the biggest learning from all the shit you've been through?
Persevere. Yeah. And trust your own gut. That you can ask a million people their opinions, but at the end of the day, your opinion is the one that's going to matter the most because you're the one that has to live with it.
Yeah.
So I think that's what you got to do. Like the amount of times I've done a pros and cons list. Have you done that before?
Yeah, my dad tried to get me to do one for this thing.
I was going to say, yeah, when you quit your job, did you do it? Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean?
No.
It's going to work.
I remember seeing a psychologist once that I didn't like his opinion, so I left. I never saw him again. Like it's just trust your gut. I didn't trust my gut with what he was saying. I was like, this feels so wrong. So I just left. Like, have a go. Just put it out there. You never know what's going to come from it. Like I had no intentions to get paid for my writing, no intentions to get work from it, but people noticed it and it's now combined all my things that I love together. And
that whole thing about understanding
freeing.
yourself the past 8 weeks, what is it that you wanted to understand most about yourself?
The biggest thing for me was valuing myself in terms of money. I wasn't charging correct amounts. Yeah. I was underselling myself. I was putting too much time into things and not seeing compensation. Like if you broke it right back down, I was probably earning like $5 an hour after everything because of how many hours I was putting into things. Yeah. And so having those hard conversations and sort of, not skidding away from financial earnings as well. And then also just making sure that I am approaching situations correctly in terms of work and like outreaching to people and setting myself like little mini goals and things like that. Yeah. So I started this 8-week program I wrote down a bunch of goals. They were all really random ones, like pitch to a new person every single day, 5 days a week. So I gave myself a break on the weekend. So that was the minimum. 1 LinkedIn post a week, 1 Substack post a week, and 1 TikTok every single day and run 10 kilometers twice in the 8 weeks. The TikTok stuff I haven't done every single day because honestly, I post on TikTok, but it's just, I think I prefer viewing. It's really just not I find it so exhausting and I really don't need that right now. LinkedIn, I've been posting once or twice a week, Substack once or twice a week, pitching, and it's all been working. I've really sort of positioned myself in what I want to be doing. And it's kind of like a mini manifestation. And I have to run 10K next week again. And hopefully I do better than the time I did 4 weeks ago.
It's a good way to do it. I'd love to do something like that.
It's just like little mini goals. Like really they're not that hard to do. And I just needed to lay it out. And I had like I printed it out and I had tick boxes as well. So I had to tick if I'd done it. And without realizing so much shit has come from it. Things that I could only have dreamed of. Like I remember being on one of my one-on-one calls with Danny and an email came through that I just gotten a job. And my heart just was like, what the fuck? Like
it works.
It works. Like he kept telling me, he's like, charge more. He's like, double that. And so I did, and I didn't think they were going to say yes. And they did. I was like,
how good.
Fucking hell. Shit works.
Good way to end it. Oh, sorry, you were going to say something there?
No, I was just going to say shit works.
Shit works.
Shit works. Shit works if you just do it.
I appreciate your time today, and hopefully we can stay in touch as I continue to grow this thing out of my house.
Hopefully move into a studio. You're going to be fucking huge.
Really?
Yeah. I can see it. Yeah. And that's why I saw it when we first met as well. And I have full belief in what you're doing. And, from what you've written on your LinkedIn post and the thoughts that you've had and growing up with like, you know, people assuming who our families are and comparing us, like I feel like we've been through a lot and we need people like in your corner as well that support each other getting better at doing what we are. Because also, yes, trust your gut and everything.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's also you can be too close to something you do need that outside opinion.
Sure.
Like been like, what am I missing here? And that's why I've reached out to 8 people and asked them, what am I good at? Tell me. So then I can break it down and see what those themes are. So maybe that's everyone's exercise.
Yeah, I should do something like that.
Yeah, you should do that today. Just reach out to 8 people that are close to you, ask them what are you good at, and then ask for a paragraph or 2 and then put it all in a document. And
Yeah, I was actually thinking of doing that with the podcast. So I've had, I was going through and I was like, this person has 500,000 followers. This person has 1.5 million. This person has 500,000. And there's numerous others that I could go through. But the 3 there, they all said it was like the best podcast we've ever done. And they've done numerous podcasts. So I was like, maybe I could go through and compile all of them into a reel and, you know, put it on my thing and say, yeah.
you could.
Yeah, but I haven't. This is not a priority at the moment because it's like sort of
Yeah.
self-promotion in a way, but I don't know.
Self-promote. It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard, but it's, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, that's posting your stats.
So true.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for your time today.
So
Really
thank
good.
you for having me and thank you for the steak. That was
No, of
delicious.
course. Really good. So good. That was really free-flowing.
Very free flowing. I'm
Yeah.
sorry that it went so long.
No, that's great. I love that stuff. I would have ended it earlier if I wanted it to stop. That's the beauty of these things. You can just... I love that one. That was really good because it was like just 2 people having a chat, you know.